At this point, you've probably heard about Israel's war against Hamas. With each new development, you probably have even more questions. Let's get into them. From Aish, this is You Know It, and today we're talking about Israel's war against Hamas. On Saturday, October 7th, 2023, as Israelis were wrapping up the Jewish holiday of Sukkot, the terrorist organization Hamas waged the deadliest attack in the history of modern Israel, attacking Israel from air, land, and sea. More than 1,400 Israelis were killed, with over 2,500 hospitalized, and 200 kidnapped. The majority of Israelis murdered, injured, and kidnapped were civilians, including women, children, babies, and the elderly. Hamas is the ruling entity of the Gaza Strip that was elected into power in 2006. Hamas started in 1987 as an offshoot of the Muslim Brotherhood and shares its Islamist ideology. The founding charter of Hamas calls for Israel's destruction. Hamas has been named a terrorist organization by the United States, the European Union, Canada, Egypt, and Japan. Israel's initial response was to fight back against the Hamas terrorists who entered Israel. After a few days of fighting, Israel shifted their attention to attacking Hamas in Gaza. The Israeli government has stated their goal is to destroy Hamas so they are no longer capable of attacking Israel. Israel is also trying to free the Israeli hostages. While the majority of world leaders have condemned Hamas and shown support for Israel, others blame Israel for the attacks. They claim that Hamas's attacks was a response to Israel's treatment of the Palestinians. First, it must be stated that no political grievance ever justifies the murder and kidnapping of innocent people. Second, history has shown that Israel has made many attempts to live peacefully with the Palestinians, such as through the Oslo Accord in 1993 and the Camp David Summit in 2000. Sadly, these attempts were not reciprocated by the Palestinians. Third, Israel removed its entire military and civilian presence from Gaza in 2005, giving the Palestinians full control of that territory for the past 18 years. The bottom line of why Hamas attacked is exactly what its founding charter states: to destroy Israel. Sadly, Hamas has put their own Palestinian population in harm's way. Israel has encouraged Palestinians to leave the conflict area, but Hamas has told them to remain. Why does Hamas do this? First, they know that Israel will not indiscriminately kill innocent people, so they protect themselves behind civilians. Ironically, this action shows that Hamas knows Israelis are moral people. Second, Hamas knows that if innocent civilians are killed and injured, the world will condemn Israel. This cynical action shows how immoral and evil Hamas truly is. It's imperative to see the clear moral differences. Hamas intentionally targets innocent civilians and puts Palestinian civilians in harm's way, while Israel is protecting its own civilians and trying to avoid Palestinian civilian involvement. So now that you know what happened, let's get into how you can help. Support Israel. Contact your local officials and companies and demand that they publicly support and provide assistance to Israel. Make your voice heard. Donate. Give financial support to organizations like Yad Eliezer, United Hatzalah, and us here at Aish. Volunteer. Many organizations are collecting supplies and clothing for Israeli soldiers and civilians. Find an organization that speaks to you and join. Pray for the missing civilians and soldiers. Pray for the wounded. Pray for the soldiers protecting Israel. Pray for the families who have lost loved ones. Pray for the Jewish people and all those opposing Hamas. Be Jewish. The terrorists and anti-Semites around the world target Israel and Jews only because they are Jewish. The answer is to be even more proud and vocal about our Judaism. Wear a Star of David. Put up a mezuzah. Display an Israeli flag. Visit a synagogue. Do acts of kindness between people. Increase light in the world and be proud to be Jewish. And if you're not Jewish, support your Jewish friends so they can be proud. From Aish, this has been Do You Know It, a series where we tackle questions big and small about Judaism, even the ones you're too afraid to ask. Hit the like and subscribe button to follow along and drop a comment with what topics you want us to cover next.